you want to see something crazy? Yeah? Okay, good. So can you put your hand up if you know what TLDraw is? Can you put your hand up if you know me? Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay, you can put them down now. Okay, so normally what I do is I give a little intro, and then I get to the demo. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to try something new. So I'm going to go straight to the demo. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm not going to I haven't even said, hi, I'm Lou, right? But I'm going to show you an AI product called TLDraw Computer. So if you're good with that, just give me a thumbs up. And if you're not good with that, give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right. So far, so good. Okay, so this is TLDraw Computer, and there's going to be a twist, all right, after the demo. All right, so let me show you what this is. Okay, this is we got a canvas here, right? And you can put things on the canvas like these components. Actually, you can't really see the menu here, right, because I'm in the way. But we've got a bunch of different components here. Here's one. It's a text component. And I can move it around, or I can resize it if I want, like this, or I can move it around on the canvas, and I can write something in it, like hello. Is that big enough? Yeah. No, I think we could go a bit. Yeah. Okay. It says hello, right? and I can make more of these. Like I could copy another one and write world or whatever. I'm just going to leave this one blank. But the fun thing is, I can connect these different things together like this. Ba-dum. You know, we have these lovely arrows that sort of just like hug these shapes. You know, like look, and I could like rotate. Oh, actually, I can't rotate this because this is a bit buggy. But like if I had a rectangle, I could like connect this here and I rotate it, and it's like makes this. Oh, it really hugs it. Do you see that? It hugs it really nicely. You know, and watch this. If I change it to like that's like a star shape, right? And even if I like do that, no, this is nothing, right? and then I rotate it around. Yeah. Anyway, so back to AI products, right? So what I can do is I can run one of these components, and it. Boop, did you see that? Did you see it? Hold on. I have this mode. Video mode where I can record in slow motion. So then, do you see that? Did you see that? Yeah. And what it does is it moves the data along. And what I can do is I can like have more of these, and I can combine these things together like this. And now it combines them together. Are you following so far? Okay, good. Right. So you might be wondering, well, where's the AI in this AI product? I haven't put it on yet. So let me show you. So we're just sending text around at the moment. But what I could do is I can take off this really important component, and it's called an instruction component. Okay. And what I can do is I can like tell it to do anything. Right. So I could say I'm actually going to say like add 1, and in here I'm going to put 0. And now, when I do it, it's going to think, right? Oh, and it's going slow motion because I've run a slow motion mode. But and it's added 1 and it's created 1, right? So far so good. But we're all into agentic workflows nowadays. So what I can do is I can put it back, right? And then what's going to happen? But so let's find out, right? And I'm going to turn it off slow. It's going to go normal speed now, right? You see, and it will just keep going up, and it will just keep going up, and it's going to use all my credits. So I'm just going to stop workflow, and where is the button? Yeah, here I'm going to make a button do this instead. So it's going to sort of like now whenever I hit this button here, then it will increase by 1. Do you see? So I'm starting to make like a little machine. But this is getting powered by AI, right? So I can write anything in here. You may look. I already wrote like a word, but I can use like fancier words like dozen, right? And now we'll fingers crossed. Let's see if it adds. Anyone good at maths? Add dozen doesn't really make sense, grammatical sense. What has it done here? Has it? It's got a dozen of them. Okay, that's very interesting, right? Like I'm going to like make this more crystal clear. Increase by a dozen, and I'm going to set this back to 6. Let's try again. I don't know. anything can happen, right? Okay, now this time it's done it. Excellent. But we can be, this is natural language, right? We can be as loose as we want, right? We just say, increase by our loads, or increase by loads. I don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen? Oh, right. That's interesting. Ow, 1,800. And what if we hit it again, right? What happens now? Okay, I see. It's just sort of stuck in a bit of a loop. But let me show you. We can massage this a little bit. The thing I like to do is to combine multiple inputs together. So let's see. Let's just delete everything, right? And I'll have like a 3 and like a 2, and I'm going to say I don't know, add these up, right? And we'll combine them together. This is not going to take any school children's jobs, right? But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But the fun thing I find is that we can make it go a bit more abstract. Like, what if I type I don't know, tricycle, right? There's no rules on what kind of data we can input here, right? Like, what happens if we type tricycle? Okay, so maybe it's said that's not a number, so I'm just going to ignore it. So of course, what we can do is add more steps, interpret this as a number, and we're going to see what that number is. But we're also going to input that number back into. Are you following what I'm doing? So right, okay. So let's see, right? It's going to interpret tricycle as a number, right? And it's figured out that it's 3, and now we have 5 again, right? But I think the really crazy thing with this is that this is a canvas. We can put anything on a canvas, right? So what I'm going to do is pick a purple pen and make it big. And what I'm going to try to do now is to draw draw an octopus. 2, 3, 4. Remember, the twist is still coming. 5, 6. Is that 6? 7. Hey, thank you. And a smiley face. Right. There we go. And now, big fat purple. Yeah, I'll just put that back to normal. So actually, we can just get rid of this step, put this straight into there, right? And let's see if this interprets it as 8, which I'm hoping. Okay, great. I did. And now we've successfully added 2 to octopus, because when we're dealing with AI, we can combine data in very different ways than we used to, right? This is a much looser kind of computer, and I think, but we can go looser, right? So if what I could do is get a camera, and I need to make sure the octopus is not visible, or it's going to get that again. And I'm going to try and hold up 2, right? Oh wait, I didn't actually hook it up. It's just taken a snapshot. It's done nothing, right? So I'll connect that there, remove the octopus, and I'll see. Can I try and hold? Come on. That's got to be 2, right? Fingers crossed. Image processing takes longer. Yes. All right. So okay. So let's keep going. So I've got a few things I want to show you about this. I'm gonna show you this. So I made this. I call it the invention inventor, right? And what I've done is you just put in your invention here. So you write the invention here, and you need a twist. So I've made sunglasses for cats. And what it's done is it's gone round, and I've built this whole machine that has built everything. But I think we should try with something new. So I'm going to count down from 3, and when I get to 0, I want you to shout out your invention ideas, okay? And I'll take whatever you say. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Ramen. Did I hear plane?
Plane. Yeah.
Plane. Ramen. Okay. Ramen.
I like it.
Charlie gets a jet.
Plane. Yeah, ramen, yeah, ramen plane, right? And I'm going to put it onto slow motion. Okay, and we're going to watch this. It's taking these, and it's brainstorming 5 amazing names for this invention. It's got a few here, but then it's picking the most fun and ridiculous name. It's also writing a pitch for it. Tired of boring lunches. All right, so the broth copter. It's workshopping a few different like taglines, and it's picking the best ones. So what it's doing is we've got a sort of a concept image here. Tired of boring lunches. Introducing the broth copter. And it's creating our landing page as we go. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. On the go enjoy. I'm not sure what that SVG is, but. The brothcopter has revolutionized my lunch break. Amazing. And actually, I prefer this one, though. I gave it a little color scheme, and it's done this for me. Excellent. All right. So, because, I think more and more, right? I don't know about you, but like when AI tools first came out, it was just like send a response, get back a response, end of story. But to be honest, like that's not how they work anymore, right? They do all of this behind the scenes, but it's often quite invisible. Isn't it? It's like you see a little bit of insight into like how a cursor agent or whatever agent is working, but you don't really get to actually go in and like, I don't know, change one of this. Like, what if you wanted to say the most, I don't know, profitable, like tagline? You can with this. I think you can really get in there and change a few things. Remember, I still haven't given you the twist yet, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so I guess one of the things I find interesting is that. This is the kind of thing that you might just want to leave. Oh, I'll put it off slow motion again. All right, I need like a fast motion for this because this is supposed to run forever. Like I think ideally you just want something like this working in the background. I mean, this is just an example. What it does is it organizes songs, pop songs, into songs that are about love, songs that are not about love, and songs that are maybe about love. And this will just keep going, and it builds up this longer and longer list and database. We left this going for like a good number of hours, and we built up a bit of a database. I would really love to be able to deploy one of these, but currently you just leave your laptop there and fill it with credits, and then you're all good. In fact, this is free, by the way. This is completely free. You don't have to. It's our credits that you're using. Okay. I wanted to. Yeah, I'll show you this. So this is what I call the battle simulator. So what I did earlier is I wanted to know who would win in a fight, the sun or 1 trillion lions. And we actually...
In a battle for the ages, the celestial body known as the sun faced off against a force of 1 trillion lions.
Okay, so spoiler alert, the sun won. So I'd like, does anyone have any ideas of something that could potentially like defeat the sun? I'm going to count. I'm going to do the counting thing. So 3, 2, 1.
Black hole.
Black hole. Black hole. We had some interesting ones at the back. Shout it again. Oh, the same.
Andromeda?
A whale.
A what, sorry?
A whale.
A whale?
But
a whale versus the sun. Right? Let's you got one?
A gorilla versus 100 men.
No, whoa. This will generate the images. This is being recorded. We can't, this has to be a little bit PG-13. Because anyway, but it's a good, we'll try it afterwards. All right, so let's try, I think because the first two suggestions both had white. Okay, we'll try these afterwards. All right. Okay. We had 2 black holes. We're gonna have two black holes versus the sun. Well, actually, it might be more fun if we just like get a camera instead. Me. Right. So who's gonna win? Me or 2 black holes. So I'm gonna, Come on. And I have to hold this for a bit because it's quite a long process. Yeah, you think, come on. All right. Oh, well, it's Okay, there's my opponent.
Oh, shit.
and it's generating the audio commentary and the image at the same time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wait.
Whoa.
Oh, all right, all right. I've changed a bit. That was before the hormones. And okay, it's taken a while on speech. I wonder what it's going to come up with.
Thinking.
Yeah, you don't mind waiting for an AI demo, do you? It's part of the parcel, right?
What else do you get? So you've got images, the result, and what's in that box there?
Oh, it's fine. You don't need to help me out. But yeah, we have the image, and it's just a few little things to tie them together. So we write the name of the winner. But
In the heart of the cosmos, a battle for the ages was about to unfold. On one side stood me, a determined individual ready to face the ultimate challenge. On the other, a formidable tag team of two ravenous black holes.
All right. Okay. So that's very good. I'm going to tell you the twist now. Okay. And as you can see here, I have like a whole load that I'll share afterwards. One of the things that I like doing is hooking this up to the internet. What could possibly go wrong, right? So this is a block a component that lets you hit any endpoint on the internet you want. So I've hooked it up to a little weather forecast, right? And this was Melbourne's weather right now, but we can create a little display of London weather, which is actually surprisingly good, right? Surprisingly good. And I've got it to make a nice little icon for me as well. So, and I guess there we go. At last. And it's been interesting to see what people have done with this and really push it quite far and make things. But I'm going to tell you a twist. And this is the twist, that what I just showed you is not our product, right? Right? That it was, I guess, an AI product. But yeah, I work at TLDraw. And what we actually build, what our product is the Canvas engine behind that, right? We build this whiteboard library, this SDK, for developers to build products on top of, right? And what I just showed you was TLDraw Computer, which was one of our, I guess, many experiments of some of the, I guess, avant-garde stuff you can do when combining it with AI, right? So the fun part for me as someone who works there is being able to see what other people make, not just what we make. And when we put out this TLDraw Computer example, we saw lots of people on our Discord making their own versions, like from scratch. They didn't, like, this was closed source, this wasn't our open source. This wasn't an open source project, it was just something we made to show it off. And this is someone actually made a genuinely useful version where the AI model is like creating React code, and it's called Chainwind CSS, which was really amazing to see. There's this other one by another person on our Discord where they're using a same sort of pattern to generate SQL queries, right? By inputting different kinds of data and scribbling on top. And yeah, and it was really great to see it like grow on the Discord, and those two were having a bit of competition with each other to try and like build the most like ship first, which was pretty amazing. So if they're watching, thank you so much. And it's like it's very inspiring to see the extent that people take this kind of paradigm. This is just still within this one sort of like node wire paradigm. I really like this just refactor instruction pointing to like most of the code base. Remove and update dependencies. See those nice arrows? They've like actually bound them to specific parts of these code files, which I really liked.
Found the dependencies.
Yeah. I imagine so. Come ask them on the Discord, I guess. So, like, what we do at TLDraw, I guess, is try to figure out what's possible with our library, because I think it's such a new kind of way of using or interacting with AI that we need to figure it out to tell other people. And this was one of our first things. Are you seeing what's happening here? Right, this was one of our first things we tried. It's called Make Real, where you like draw a UI of an app and send it to an AI model. And the fun thing is our canvas is made of web stuff, so we can put a website back on the canvas, and then you draw on top of it, and you end up with this kind of crazy feedback loop. And it was cool to see people take this quite far. This is a completely different kind of AI paradigm. And another one we tried was this autocomplete. So you know, like autocomplete in like Copilot or Cursor or something. We tried to do it on a canvas. It's really hard. It's really hard. I lost so much blood and sweat to this, so I have to show it in talks. And it turned into this, which is called Teach, which is like a slightly better version where you're, instead of an AI model giving back text, did you know, if you know what you're doing and you've like bled and sweat a lot, then an AI model can give you back more canvas, right? And this has turned into an AI module that people are using in production now, which is really nice to see. Oh yes, image generation, right? So I don't know about you, but like I kind of hate AI imagery. Like it's very sloppy, right? People usually. I'm sorry if I'm offending people. People usually type something and then it makes something, and I think that's pretty sad, because for me, like something that's 2D and visual, it means I want to get involved. You know, I want to interact with it. I want to draw it, and we realized we had a canvas that lets you do that, and there are models that are fast enough that let you actually. Do you see what's going on here, right? Like what we have is this fish is being represented by shapes underneath, and we're able to move it around, right, and explore like what these models are doing and how they work. And it was interesting to see like some of their possibilities, but also a lot of their flaws and their issues as well. But that was pretty amazing. And this was made by someone in the community, right, at a similar time. That's me, and a developer called Jonathan. And this is like using, I guess, like actually not that new AI. I think like this focus on this new wave of large models made a lot of developers look at what's already there and using like computer vision. I don't know if that's computer vision. I don't know. I didn't make it. I just recorded the video, and it's been amazing to see these like developers pick up our library and take it to new directions. So this is what I want. I really want to get across to you as people who are working in like AI products. This is something made by Grant Cott. This is a fluid simulation inside. Oh, geez, I've got to show you this. Hold on. Where are we? We're here. Okay, so I think I had it open. Grant Cott. So okay, watch this, right? Do you see that? Right. So what we have here is we have all this like I guess fluid coming out of these clouds, and these are like the spawners, right? And you can change their color too, right? To whatever you want. And this X shape is just scooping them up, or it should be. Oh right, yeah, there we go. And you can make these like trails and stuff like that, and it's all very fun. But it gets more fun when you go here and you click enable camera and hands tracking, and now and now
That's crazy.
so no. I didn't make this. So this was made by someone called Grant Cott. It was amazing to see someone take our SDK and push it to somewhere that none of us had ever seen before. It's very addictive. What I want to, I guess, try to convey to you is that, and I really loved both talks today. And I especially like to think about not necessarily, don't follow the herd. You know, you're going to end up doing the same as everyone else. I think with a technology that's as new as AI, we haven't even we haven't even begun. We haven't even like started to even take 1 centimeter off that iceberg. We're at such a beginning, and I think, like the previous talk said as well, right? These technologies are inaccessible to most people. Most of the AI tools we use are either very powerful but for developers, or very controlled and limited and for everyone else, right? And I want to see more ways of letting everyone really take control of them, and in an intuitive way, you know. And I would love to invite you to explore and experiment with the possibilities there. You don't need to build everything from scratch. So if you want to, here we go. If you want to build something with the TLDraw SDK, then I would recommend you go to TLDraw.dev. Do you see that? Is that big enough? Right. And if you want to get involved in the community that's making all of these things, then I would suggest you go to discord.tlddraw.com. I would really love to see you there, and I'm always there. We're always really happy to answer questions. If you look on, wow. I'm just occasionally forgetting that I'm giving a talk. Yeah, and I'd love to hear your ideas about what we can do with this kind of technology. I'm happy to point you to like what other developers are doing and what our customers are doing as well. But mainly, I want to hear your ideas, and I want to see what you can make with this sort of thing. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for the talk. I can't wait to start using this. I wasn't quite sure what it was when I went on the website before. Can you embed that on your own website?
Yeah, I mean, I guess even better, you don't need to embed it. You can just run it. You know, like so TLDraw is just a npm package. You can use it for free if you have a little watermark. So if you go to was it TLDraw.com? What am I gonna? Yeah, you see. This looks like I've just leaked something, but we just did this as a joke for a tweet earlier. There's a little watermark at the bottom right. So what lots of people do is they use it for free, either for research or for fun, or to build their company with a little watermark. If people want to get rid of the watermark, they pay us for a license. And so yeah, you can embed it. But I would say even better than embedding it, just run it, put it in your website, if you know what I mean. I think some people use embed to mean both things, but yeah.
I just want to say, like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in terms of implementing AI, and I think your presentation was amazing. So just want to say that.
Thank you.
So where does this sit in terms of? I can see one use case being like wireframing. So people who are non-technical want to show some idea they've got, and they want to sort of create the path so they can actually prove out the idea.
Yeah.
Like, where does it sit in terms of like users, how technical users need to be?
That's a really good question, and this has been a really interesting thing for me, and I think other people at the company, is how do we explain what our library can do? Because, and hand on heart, I believe this, I think it can do anything, right? No, our customers come from all types of fields, and so when we try to explain to people what kinds of uses our library can be for, it's hard to capture that breadth, because when we say, when I say that, like I just said to you right now, I think a lot of people think, well, what does that mean? So some people use it to build tools that are extremely technical, like for example, for architecture tools and urban planning tools, which are extremely technical. Some people use them for developer tools, which are a different kind of technical. Some people use them to be intended to be used by teachers and students, pupils and children. So it really depends what you do with it. We have like a flagship product, TLDraw.com, and that's like our free product that shows off our library. It's also like a good place for us to test out new features, and it's a good place for us to like try out new things, see how people like them before we roll them out to all our developers and customers. And we try and make that as easy to use as possible. And like I get my friends to use it, and they complain to me about like the issues with it. So yeah, I didn't say this because I didn't do an intro, but yeah, I'm a software engineer there, and I'm fortunate enough that I get to sometimes work on like the really crazy stuff, and to also have a lot of contact with the community, and like hear a lot and see a lot from them. Yeah.
I have to say, this is mind-blowing.
Thank you.
I love it. I just want to ask you about the training. How does TLDraw learn? Because, you know, when we talk about training, it's always very structured. We always try to structure the data more and more, but your flow seems like it goes wherever it feels like. So how do you train this?
Here's the crazy thing. We didn't train it, right? We're using a base model, right?
How is it learning?
How is it learning? What do you mean? Can you be more specific?
So whatever input I put there, how does it decide, the brain, how does it decide to come up with whatever it comes out with?
Okay, yeah, great. Okay, I see. Great question. So, and I should have mentioned this in the talk, really, but you see this instruction here, right? The first time you run it, it goes through a little like thinking step. So the first time is a little bit slower, but then other times it doesn't do that step, it just does the procedure step. So the first time it does a thinking and a procedure step. Next time it does just a procedure step. And if you want to see what it thought, you just click this little question mark here, and it's figured out a little plan of what to do, right? You know, analyze the inputs to determine the current weather conditions, e.g. sunny, right? And blah, blah, blah. And that's like a little way to see inside. But to be honest, like this is pretty low level, right? We have some prompts to give it guidance around what to do. You know, we kind of want a good balance between, you know, we want it to be flexible. You know, we want it to try its best, because this is supposed to be like a kind of a creative tool to have fun in and to like explore what's possible. But largely, like this is doing what you see, you know, in like endpoint to icon, right? Endpoint and like these two inputs to response, which is a website here. Yeah. So it's quite low level. There's not much going on that's hidden. Yeah. You can probably like get its system prompt out by like doing some AI engineering there.